This meeting is being recorded.
And there it is. Alrighty, gang. So, welcome back. Erica, if you wouldn't mind changing your name on
Oh
Zoom.
yeah.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I shall do
Fuck
the same.
Erica.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
Erica's
my-
dead.
all of my mental fortitude went to the interview. It's gone now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's really good that we're going to be transitioning towards your backstory now then.
Great.
Unless
Oh, yeah.
Alex just sneaks up and kicks us in the ass for some reason.
I'm so scared of that. So I
Or
hope
something-
it's Erica.
Or something
I
follows
am-
us out of this damn town.
I like to DM when it comes to backstories. I like to DM like an edible. You know, you give me the backstory, and then I say, okay, I'll take this, and then I go down the road about like 2 months, go behind a corner, wrap some barbed wire around it, maybe hammer a couple of nails in there, some rusty ones, and then I just wait. And you're just coming along, and then all of a sudden you're behind a corner, and there I am, wham! Backstory.
I'm so scared
That
for that
checks
moment
out.
for Scylla.
Yeah. Belbin's was that corner was a lot closer than any of us expected. But anyway, speaking of Belbin and backstory and what the hell's going on, what the hell happened last time?
We don't want fun.
So
Yeah.
many things happen.
You guys had an entire week to decompress after the harrowing events that you put yourselves through. You took down a goblin gang led by a half ogre, half troll. You took down, and then you solved a mystery of mysterious disappearances, including a missing child, and which turned out to be a magically enhanced intelligent hydra living beneath the lake that was also eating all of the fish and planning to overthrow the town at some point.
Casual.
So you dealt with that
Casual.
too,
Easy.
and decided maybe you should take a week for yourselves. So during that week, what did you guys get up to?
Oh,
We
Let's
just
see.
got a letter. We just got a letter.
we did just got a letter. The Rogers family gave us some pie.
Belle, I'm pretty
I
sure
gave away a lot of money.
Yeah, Scylla changed
100
lives.
gold given away to the poor and needy of Drina and the Sticks. Come back in 3 months to see what your investment has laid.
Farash is related to Fern.
Yep, distant cousins.
Genevieve gave us a bunch of cash.
You are quite rich now.
The
But-
Tamagotchi became real.
We're waiting on a name as well for that adorable little ow.
I know it.
Belle heard about some druids in the Parchwoods.
Mm-hmm.
After a meeting with a cleric of the Stormlord.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Bell had a deep dive into his subconscious, if that's what you'd like to call it.
Didn't like it.
Very traumatic. He also decided that he kind of enjoys almost dying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Being a hero may not be for him, but throwing himself into danger, that sounds fun.
His Bella Swan arc. His new moon arc.
Oh no.
Here we come.
Yvain and Scylla both sent off some letters. Yvain received a letter back, as well as a mysterious gift from a rainbow bird.
We took a bath.
You all went to a
yeah.
bathhouse. You all went to a bathhouse and had a decompression after your bender with Fern and Farash's cousin. Yeah, but Yvain received a letter from your friend Lisette, I believe, and bidding you to come to Iman as soon as possible. And then you all received another invitation to Cardon Ekor Emel. And
We also received another invitation to a wedding in 2 months in Nicodranas.
I was gonna say, on your way to the castle, Scylla heard in a voice in her head that Tally screaming that that your friend had said yes, and that the wedding was scheduled for 2 months in Nicodranas. So at some point, you should at some point in about a month and a half, you might want to start making your way there if you wanted to make it.
Oh, Sil's got to convince the hell out of you guys to go.
Yeah, it's gonna take so much to say yes.
It's going to be so difficult to get this crew to go to a wedding.
But I'm sure nothing weird will happen at all.
Not a thing.
Of course not. Why would
Especially
anything
if we have to
happen?
go on a boat in the middle of the ocean. I'm sure nothing will happen, right, Mac?
Why
Sure
would
nothing-
anything happen on a 2-week boat journey or a
Not a
1-week
thing.
skyship?
I don't
journey?
know. Mm.
Or a
Exactly.
1-week
me as a
skyship.
me
journey.
as a player, Erica, I hate the ocean. I'm so fucking scared of the ocean. It's nice from afar. I
You
gotta
don't want to go on a
pretend
2-week boat
that I'm
ride?
brave.
You want to go on a 2-week boat ride?
I will say I have been on a cruise through the Bermuda Triangle and I didn't die, so
Okay. Well, there it is.
That's
All right.
something.
Okay.
Also, Mac, we sort of cruised through the end last time. So
Mhm.
if you will let me, I would have left my parents some cash too without telling them.
Absolutely. No, you're
right.
not allowed to leave your parents any money.
I
Screw your
I
parents.
know we went past that point, so I just wanted to,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
How much did you leave them?
500 gold.
Okay. Fuck.
We be
your dad,
leaving money.
Your dad decides I ain't going back to work quite yet.
Listen, they didn't work for like 2 months, so
Debts are settled, bills are paid. Your parents are sitting pretty with still about 425 gold left.
yeah. Listen, it's like Pokemon. You send your parents money, and then eventually it kind of comes back to you.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
fine.
Yeah, they're looking at maybe moving to a new house.
Okay, cool, great, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, so
Love that for them.
you guys did decide to make your way to Cardone Ecor ML, but also decided to, regardless of what Mr. Adrian Whitmore had to say, we're probably going to be making your way to Amon at some point on Yvain's behalf. But as you three make your way through the Parchwood Timberlands, oh,
I knew it was coming.
did y'all see the link that I sent you, by the way, in the chat, in the fucking group chat? Alex Melton, that fucking gift to us that he is, the pop punk cover of
Mhm.
of 1,000 Miles. I blast that shit on the regular. I love that song.
Honestly, in the link, I just got like a notification. It was like, I hope you guys know this music. I just said Alex M. I was like, is this bitch sending me my own music right now? And then I opened it. I was like, oh, thank God.
If I can find
you
it,
know
motherfucker,
them?
you know I'm gonna. All right. So as you three are winding my way through the Parchwood Timberlands up to Cardorn Ecker ML. If we were looking at this in a camera perspective, the camera would pan back up to the rest of Taldore, the plains sweeping across. And as the sun begins to set over another day in Taldore, we see a small house in a smaller town, distant from this place. Not too far, but distant. A woman is in the house. She staggers back against a counter, knocking over and spilling various containers as she struggles to steady herself. A sudden, violent fit of sickness drives her to her knees as a cascade of blood and vomit spews from her lips. Shaking, she reaches up and grabs a hold of a table, dragging herself up, trying to reach for something on its surface. Bloodshot, light blue eyes glare doggedly out from under sweat-slicked, greasy gray blonde hair. as she stretches and gropes for her prize, but a violent convulsion throws her to the floor, toppling the table on its side. As the foam drips from the corners of her mouth, her eyes fade to glassy, lifeless orbs, and a puddle of tea escaping from a shattered teapot begins to soak into her hair. So, adventurers, it has been some time since the last you saw Cardon Ekor Emel, and yet, here it is. In the twilight of the moon, the last rays of sun still cresting over the horizon, the moon not yet visible. You approach the gates, and I'm guessing Yvain would probably be the one to give a on the front door. You wait for a moment, and the door creaks open once again, and you see the familiar short stature of Frederick, the gnome butler, coattails off behind his back. And he says, "Ah, yes, welcome. Come, we are expecting you." And you are led through a different corridor this time, different from the one that you went through previously. This one is designed similarly, though without the ominous and intimidating paintings and portraits of elves upon the wall. But the marble floors, the plush red carpet, the golden trim upon the wood, it's all there in all of its finery. Would any of you like to make a perception check to just take a closer look at some of the design of this house? Maybe make a history check, see what you might know about architecture. Also, don't forget to open up Roll20.
So you said either perception or history or both?
Perception or history. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Perception is +6.
What did you do?
Natural 20.
Oh ho! Well,
For a total of 26.
okay, 26.
I got a 12 for history.
This place is old, Belbin. This place is old.
All right, so Frederick, are we going to a different dining room or what's going on here? I'm a little confused. I'm a little hungry.
You will be meeting in the librarium tonight.
Belvin, on this question, are you ever not hungry?
Usually right after I eat a lot.
Okay.
About 30 minutes.
I got about 30 minutes after a meal, and then I'm starving.
I think it's a really strong metabolism.
Scylla, as you're looking around, you're noticing this is definitely elven architecture, though it's nothing you recognize from Wildmount. It's not any you have seen in your time here in Taldore, but there's something elven about it. There, you can definitely see the influences of elven culture here. You also notice that while everything is beautifully kept, there is a very fine and thin layer of dust in certain places, mostly high-reaching places. There is a very fine layer of dust, and it seems like this place may be beginning. It seems like it may be in the beginnings of falling into disrepair, but you're getting that kind of a hint out of this.
Interesting.
So, you guys are led down this hallway through a different door, and inside, let me see. Trying to find it. All right. Right. You all find yourselves in a plush cross between a sitting room, a library, and a study. Books line the walls, floor to towering ceiling. A lush carpet encompasses a seating area with armchairs, settees, chaises, sofas, and floor cushions, all arranged around a large, ornate stone hearth, where a large fire blazes and crackles merrily. Now, you are all bade to enter, and Frederick says, "Thank you all for coming," and shuts the door behind you. You see, there are a couple of tables with some finger foods and some, there looks like to be some coffee of some kind, and it's there's a sort of cart with brandy and whiskey and all sorts of liquors and other sorts of that, and glasses and ice and everything you might need. What would you guys like to do?
Eat.
Okay, Belbin heads directly for the finger food.
He's nothing if not predictable.
Want to see the most expensive liquor.
Okay, you find a Sildurian Sildurian whiskey. It's more of a it's a Sildurian bourbon, I should say. So it is caramely, it is thick, and it is like sweet, but it's got a sweet aroma to it, but it burns so good on the way down. It's a good bourbon. Scylla, what are you doing?
I feel like she probably doesn't go to eat after being low-key kind of traumatized whenever she eats in this place. And is probably just like looking through like this, like doing like the spines of the books, like looking at all the stuff and like just tracing your fingers over the titles and all that stuff.
What languages do you speak?
Great question.
Probably all of them.
Celestial, Common, Druidic, Infernal, Zemnian.
Celestian, Common, Druidic, Infernal, and Zemnian?
Yes.
You find a number of books, a few in Common, many in Celestial, and several in Infernal. There seem to be more notes of culture rather than direct. If you tend to look through them, they seem to be like history books and different studies of different things. If you'd like to take some time to look through it.
Oh yeah, still is 100% snooping. Just
okay, yeah, you
openly snooping. And if the butler
like,
looks at her weird, she just like dead ass just makes eye contact, unblinking.
Butler left. You just plop down like a
I'm snooping.
like a like a tween in the library with her new book and just start thumbing through pages.
Hella snooping.
Yvain, as you make your way through to the cart and pour yourself a drink, you hear a slight clinking behind you as you turn with glass in hand, and you see you didn't see him when you came in, but because he's sitting in such a high-backed plush armchair, sitting there cross-legged with a cup of tea and a saucer in his hand, is Adrian Whitmore.
Jeez, you didn't say anything. Hello.
Was it intimidating in any way?
Artie!
Yes, very.
Excellent. I was hoping for that. Right. Well, it is good to see you all. And you see before you again the slight and now slightly balding figure of Adrian Whitmore, this pale, glassy-eyed young man who seems to always be shaking or fidgeting with something. He's always got some sort of a tremor maybe, but he has a kind of a nervous air about him, though he has that kind of sad smile as well. Right, well, it is good to see all of you again. I trust your last mission went well.
Very.
All the
We're
reports,
not dead.
all the reports I've read deemed it was a success. So Well, we did see each other last time. I apologize. It has been quite an eventful week or two since we saw you last. We have how can I put this? Well, I must ask, what have you all been getting up to in the last time since I saw you last?
No, not much. Just hanging out in town for about a week.
Right. Well, I've
Nothing else of note at all happened.
really
Nothing at all.
no journeys to the center of any lakes.
Huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We are very close by. We do keep an ear out. That's
So you
very im-
know.
That's quite impressive. That is quite impressive. In fact, that impressed our master quite a bit, to the point where we feel the next request we make of you shouldn't be quite as violent, I say, or invasive, maybe, would be a better word. We feel you have proven yourselves quite capable in a combative situation, but perhaps we would like to get an idea of your skills in a more social parameter. So, would you like to hear what we've got lined up for you?
Sure.
the I'm sensing a bit of tension here.
Just
I'm just not sure
wondering.
how good we are with social situations, but I guess we'll see.
Well, that's what we're here to find out, isn't it? Right. Well, to business. The organization, we can call them the SIO, Special Investigations Operators. We'll call us. That's what we'll call us at this point. Well, we were all very impressed with your handling of the drug ordeal, as I said. Admittedly, catching him napping was a stroke of luck, but luck is just as important as being skilled, is it not? So, your mission, to put it bluntly, is more low-key this time. There is a small roadside farm town known throughout the nation for its superior crops, just south of Westrum. Unfortunately, tragedy has struck there over the past few months in the form of some pretty gruesome murders. The town is too small to necessitate a town's guard presence. The council has not deemed it necessary to have a large presence there, or really any presence at all. They only have a single sheriff to uphold the law, and frankly, the poor girl is in deeper waters than she is tall. So, the organization, in an effort to preserve the town's exports, has decided to intervene and send a team of investigators, you all, to see if we can aid the town in solving these crimes. Also, there is a doctor in the town who my master has a great interest in the work of. I believe her name was Dr. Annette Stoll. Annetestol. Annette Stoll. Dr. Stoll has some research that my master would be very interested in taking a look at, if at all possible. We are willing to trade and mainly are just looking for a point of contact. But if you could retrieve any information, upon their speciality research, that would be very helpful. We are willing to offer a reward of 4,000 gold pieces to your party, on the solution of the crimes. If once the crimes are deemed solved and the case is deemed closed by the local authorities, we shall consider the job done. And you may all return here or send word that you have completed your task, and we shall send your reward and any remaining what's the word I'm looking for? Remaining communication after the fact. So, any questions? What do you think? His voice
What
got way
name
deeper.
should we give Dr. Stoll?
My name should suffice, I believe.
And
How is this mission any less violent than the last one?
Well, it's more of an investigation and less of a monstrous giant tearing through town. It's also such a small town. The place is known as oh gosh, where is it? He looks through. Flatborough. It's a small farming town somewhere along the map. Map. Give me map. Hang on, map. Where'd my map go? Here, my map. Silvercut Roadway. That's it. Down the Silvercut Roadway. Just a ways, just south of Westron. Unfortunately, you will have to make your own way there. And it is about, I'd say maybe a week's and a half journey to Westron, and then another half week from Westron to Flatborough.
So 2 weeks.
Well, depending on how
2
long you
weeks.
stay in Westron, or along the, or any other place you find along the road.
Fair enough.
But pure travel.
What do they export from here?
Oh, that would be, well, most anything you can farm, really. Let me see. Hold on, I have a little thing.
I promise this is not a gotcha question for you, Mac.
No.
There is a line of thinking that I'm going down here.
Yeah. So it's a mini farm town. The soil there, where the dividing plains border along the Bramblewood, is rich and fertile, almost magically so, making for extremely healthy and delicious and sometimes incredibly large crops. However, space is limited by the Silvercut Roadway, so farms have been kept incredibly small, but the crops they produce are seriously valuable. So, speciality. Think everything you can farm, but in an extremely condensed area.
It's interesting that the council wouldn't want anything to do with keeping that on the road and actively exporting. You sure there's nothing else that they're exporting that the, SIO might have special interest in us trying to preserve?
Not that I know of. You can make a. Are you trying
If you
to
say the word if you say the word insight, I'm just gonna laugh. So
You want to make an insight check? Go ahead.
how bad can we do? 6.
Yeah, not that he knows of. He's
All right.
being straight with you. Yeah, not that we are aware of.
And
but,
what is this doctor researching that you are so invested in?
Apparently, she has a specialty in herbs and different medicinal applications of said herbs.
She doesn't like magic or anything, though. She's
Oh,
alchemically maybe or something like that, but not.
perhaps there is some sort of alchemical procedure that she follows, but she's more of a researcher in this case. In most cases, although she has created some quite potent medicinal things. Right. Any other questions?
You said we could
Player
just send word back.
Oh, right. He pulls out a small stone. This is a sending stone, if you're not familiar. And we have quite a few of these around here. They often get lost, unfortunately. But this I have the corresponding one of these. Once a day, you can send a message through it, and I should receive it and be able to respond with haste.
Right.
Yvain will hold out her hand for it.
Yvain, he hands it over to you.
Is there anything on it?
Is there anything on it?
Yes.
Make an investigation check.
Mhm.
I got a rock.
Is there anything on the other one, Yvain?
Yes. Holy shit, natural 20. That's so weird.
Holy shit!
That's so innocuous. Can I look at the stone? Yes, I see it with my eyes.
Let me hold on.
Rocks.
I gotta pull up your backstory for
Rock!
Oh shit.
Hold up. Yeah, because
Always good when you do well on a check and then the DM goes, hang on, I have to pull up your shit.
seriously.
I have to pull it up too because I don't fucking remember what I wrote. It was so long
Yeah,
ago.
I'm trying to remember what was on it.
Hold on.
Guys, we started playing this game in February.
Holy shit!
We did.
Yep.
No way.
I date my note pages so I can remember how far back I need to go on stuff.
Oh my god.
2522 is session 1.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
The image of a hand reaching out to the stars carved on the surface.
Right. Yeah, there it is. Yep. It's not as faded as the one you had, and this stone is blue, not green. But there it is. Same symbol.
I'm gonna roll a deception check on myself to see if I can hide my expression.
Okay, give me
Or
a
I-
deception check. He's making an insight, motherfucker.
12. Heart on her sleeve. Come on, buddy.
Yep.
If Syl has a passive perception of 16, would she also notice
yeah.
that?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah. There's like a
If I have
flash
a
of
passive
recognition
perception
in
of
her
8.
eyes.
Are you all right?
8?
Are you all right, Miss Stoneflower? You look like you've had a shock.
You ever have deja vu? I don't know what the Exandrian equivalent is.
No, that's a thing. That's a thing. I mean, fucking like Wildmount is the Exandrian is the equivalent. Exandrian.
Zemnian.
Zemnian is the equivalent of German, and also there is a second dialect in there that is the equivalent of French. And yeah, Marquesian is Arabic. So I mean, like it's a thing. I can't say that I have, at least not recently.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before somewhere.
Oh, well, those are, I believe, these are unique, I believe, to the ones that we have. We've had to get several, we have them made, but, either way, you are all right, though.
I mean, it's been quite a journey so far, you know.
Really?
Are any of us all right?
I wouldn't say so, no. I wouldn't say so. And you see in that moment his eyes kind of glimmer for a moment before they go back to that kind of sad smile. Right, any other questions you may have for us about
Yeah.
the case?
Well, right. Not necessarily the case specifically, but what follows the case, I guess, is what we're going for with this one. So we're planning a little road trip, get to know each other better, have a good time, go on vacation, blah, blah, blah. Maybe
that's
deal
very
with
nice.
some family drama, whatever. Going straight clear across the continent. I grew up around here. I grew up, taking a look in these woods. I don't remember this castle being here, so I am under the impression this thing can move. Is it possible for the next time you want to get in contact with us for us to not have to, hoof it all the way? Sorry, Farasha, wherever you are in the world right now, all the way back across the continent.
Oh yeah,
Farasha
Farasha has
sneezes.
not shown up yet from her bender with Fern, and you expected to see her walking through the door at any second, but nope, just you three.
Gotta stay on your toes. Just because I have very little legs, and I know Yvain is very strong, but eventually carrying someone around is kind of exhausting, and it costs too much money to get a carriage.
Well, that is the purpose of the Sending Stone. You are free to contact us once you have reached your destination and completed your mission. Unfortunately, this castle does inhabit several places. The way this castle works is that it inhabits several different places across the plains, and however, it cannot move from those places. Only be in one place or the other.
Are there like a lot of them on the material plane, or are they like?
They are a limited number, and this one is the only one within several 100,000 miles.
But he just said that it's not usually here. So does it like shift to other planes? Like that
Occasionally.
town?
The castle does occasionally make pit stops in other planes. Yes, the planes are a rather a deep fascination of well, never mind. Yes, the castle is not always here.
Right. Okay. Well.
Sully, you had or Alex, you had a player question like a long ass time ago?
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering if Western was in the right direction towards Iman.
Yes, technically.
that was the question.
It follows. It's a little north, but we have to follow the road to get there anyway.
Yeah.
To get
so,
over that way.
Here's Drina, where you guys are at, and Iman is over here.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
like clear
crap.
across.
Literally, you guys are in New York and are going to California.
Yeah. No, we literally have to go all the way across the continent.
Yeah. So you
This
got
is
to
gonna
go.
take us so long.
There's a road that goes up here to the Turst Fields, down to Western, across the dividing plains to Kymel, and then down to Iman through the Blade
Oh
Shimmer.
god, we gotta
Short-
go
down-
through
down-
Kymel.
You got to go through
I don't
Western
want to go
and
through
Kymel.
Kymel.
Got to go through Western and Kymel.
Oh god.
Yep. But don't forget, you're basically like reverse tracing the trip that Vox Machina took from Iman to Whitestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they went, by the way. When
Yeah.
like across the fucking country. That's what that trip was. From Iman to Whitestone.
I mean, we are rich now. Could we not go to one of these big cities and get some sort of travel assistance?
Could be. Maybe. Big city, kind of far away right now.
I mean, we're gonna have to walk somewhere at least at some point during the trip.
Well, perhaps, but unfortunately, we will not be able to assist you too much in in the transportation.
Could we get
Alright.
a forward on our payment?
2,000 before 2,000 on acceptance and 2,000 on delivery. That's the deal.
Okay.
You all right?
I have a player question.
Shoot.
You said something so brief, but I'm still fixed on it. Does he look older?
He
I
looks
was
more
thinking that too.
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I was very much like, we saw this dude 2 weeks ago.
Now graying hair. I was like, what?
Now slightly
Or
balding.
now balding hair. Yeah, there you go.
But I
Oh,
also have a
fuck.
passive perception
Absolutely
of 8, so-
not. 8.
He just looks. It's more like he's just. I can give you this. He just harried. He just looks tired. He doesn't look older, like he is magically aged. But he looks older, like he's been through some shit this past 2 weeks. Like he looks like he's been through about the same shit you have, actually. You know, if you could equate it to something, he might as well have been right there with you.
And he didn't have a nice bath.
Not that you know of.
He lives in a castle. I don't feel too bad for him.
That can
Right.
shift planes.
Anyway, have you ever seen him out of the castle? Any other questions for me or for me? The
Do you
two
have a
people
time frame?
inhabiting this body.
Do you have any sort of time frame we need to do this by?
Damn
Not
it, Ben.
really. Just as soon as possible would be preferable. What the fuck are you saying?
Nothing.
The bad pun.
Oh, fuck off.
As soon as you said harried, I went, uh-oh. You mean unharried.
The puns, they're controlling me.
Can we get a to-go bag on any of this here at all? Before it just sort of turned to mist in my pockets. I'd love
I think we could supply
sandwich
you
or
with some
6
rations.
of the road.
I think we could supply you with some
Rations or,
rations,
like,
yes. Good stuff,
food?
of course, good stuff, food.
Right. Got a good deli here. Jesus
I don't
meats.
know how long deli meats last.
It
We
just
do have
has
the chest of colding though. Or we could get it back.
You gave that back.
We gave I want it back. And
You
cleaned
gave
of,
that back
of
with
troll
a heart.
blood.
Yeah. All right. So, any other questions, you guys?
No, but
have
once we
any
get
cool
the
magic items?
2,000, Yvain will start divvying up the gold between the three of us.
Okay. 2,000.
Still
split
says
3 ways.
under her breath, she'll be like,
6, 7,
"Oh."
666, somewhere on there.
as Syl gets it under her breath, she'll be like, "Oh, I can just, resupply on the gold there."
All right. Well,
How much should we get each?
2,000. Oh, each?
So 500
Six.
or
666, 667.
I will add
So
666 to my gold. Thank you.
Mr. Adrian, man, Sir Addy, could I actually get, I don't know, 100 of this in miscellaneous shit? I am trying to understand this whole magic thing a little better, and I know that like wizards need a bunch of random shit to do their magic. So could I get 100 of this in shit, please? Not
you
necessarily
make-
literal shit, but like,
Could you make a list?
no.
Just
I think
random
your boss
spell
knows-
components.
That's what they're called. Yes, your boss knows magic, just stuff that I could use to like magic with.
Right.
Or
Oh.
also a gilded flower, if you.
Adrian, you know when most
I don't know
wizards
what
start
that
their
is.
training at like 11, 12, treat him like that.
Say
Honestly,
again?
go lower than that. Probably about 7.
Right. Sure. And he takes the 100 gold and pockets it, and he reaches below his chest, his chair, and pulls out from seemingly nowhere a small kind of chest, and plops it on his lap and opens it, puts on a pair of spectacles, and just kind of starts going through it, and sets aside a small sack and puts it aside, and then a small couple of bottles and things, and All right. This should be it. About 100 gold's worth of assorted spell components.
Nice. I'm gonna
You
figure this
have components to complete half of your spells.
out. I don't know what I want even. I just want stuff. Like I don't know how any of this works.
Whenever you're going to cast a spell that needs components, you're going to roll a d20. If it's even, you have the
Incredible.
components. If it's odd, you don't.
Amazing. We love to see it.
All right. Well, if that will be all, your contact in the town will be the sheriff, I believe. Her name is Sheriff Jamie? Hold on. Jamie Wainthrope, town sheriff. Right. Anything else? If that'll be all, I think that all of your food should be prepared downstairs, and it looks like there's still about an hour of light left, so you might be able to make it back to Drina before dark. Right. Well, it has been a pleasure as always. I look forward to hearing from you soon. And he kind of rattles his pockets, with kind of nodding at the sending stone. Frederick, and he snaps his fingers, and Frederick opens the door as if he was just standing there waiting. Should be able to see you out, unless there's anything else you might need. Until next time, my good friends. It was very, very good to see you all. And he looks at each of you and starts with Belbin and Yvain and Scylla, ends with Scylla.
Scylla dead stares him.
He doesn't break eye contact. Anyway, Maddie's eyes hurt. Mac's eyes hurt. Anyway, right. Goodbye. And he turns and walks through a small door that you hadn't noticed, but kind of closes into the wall. Frederick is there. Might I escort you to the front door? Unless there was anything else you might require.
Just the, food and all that.
It shall
that
be
you-
awaiting you outside.
You've like a cold box out there or something?
The rations are packaged for you and awaiting you out at the front door.
All right. Sounds good.
Right.
Scylla wants to look at the book so bad more.
What do you want to do? You're like the guy is gesturing you to exit the room. All of you. What are you all doing?
She looks at them forlornly and just sighs and walks out.
Pours a little more of the liquor and then downs the whole thing in one gulp.
Pours out a hefty glass, drinks the bottle.
Sets it down, starts walking out.
Mm-hmm. All right. You are all escorted outside, and you do find at the front door 3 hefty parcels full of rations of very passable good food that should last about 2 weeks.
Start chucking it in the bag.
Bag of holding, bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Right.
The bag of holding is just Jake from State Farm.
So you have a mission to make your way
Except
to the
that's
town of
farmers.
Flatborough.
Yeah, I know. It's a mix,
All right.
This man-
shit.
This man who supposedly knows magic could have just been like, you just need an arcane focus. Here you go. Instead, he just gave me a bag of shit.
Because that's what you asked him for, random
know.
shit.
No,
You didn't
listen.
ask him for an arcane focus.
I am
He
here
gave
for
you
it.
what you asked for.
I'm so here for it.
He gave
Oh
you
shit!
exactly
Scylla
what you
even had
asked
an
for.
extra one.
Beware
I
of
just-
the fickle genie, my friend.
Listen,
I'm a monkey's paw.
L doesn't know what he needs to do any of this. He has literally 2 spells that require material components. 3. Somebody showed him how to do message, but
Right. All right. So you guys have a mission to make your way to the town of Flatborough, which is south down the Silver Cut roadway outside of Western, which is about a week and a half journeys away. What would you all like to do? Are you stopping by in Drina? Are you looking for horses? Are you huffing it on foot? Are you going the opposite direction completely and ignoring this mission and taking the money and running? What are you doing?
let's see. Scylla, how long did you say it was going to take us to get to Nicodranus?
Oh, like 2 weeks, I think. If 2 weeks by boat, and I think 1 week by airship.
That's from
So
here.
we have like. From where is that? Is that guess from Mac?
From Drino. Oh well, you came in via was it skyship or boat?
I think it was boat. I don't think Scylla had the money for the skyship.
All you
at the
people do these
time.
cool traveling things. I just went out my back door.
Right. You arrived in Stilben and
Mm.
made your way up through. Would you have made your way up through the mountains, or would you have gone down the road to Western to the Terse Fields and then to Drina? Would you have stuck to the road or gone through the mountains?
She probably would have stuck to the road, only because she's not super well known
From
at being
here?
inland. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
wouldn't want to get lost.
Right. So then, yeah, you've actually been to Western and the Terse Fields, and you've kind of been down some of this road already.
Hmm.
But that
have
would
the
be
knowledge.
it's a 2 week journey from Stilben
Okay.
via boat.
Okay. It's 2 weeks from Stilben by boat, but I've heard only 1 week by airship. So we have like a month and a half before that.
Right. I'm just thinking if it takes us 2 weeks to get to this place, we'll have to be there for probably a couple days to figure out murders. That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say. And then we have to travel across the continent.
You're about halfway
To 'em
across the
on.
continent at that point.
Right. So another 2 weeks across there. That leaves us like 4 days to deal with family stuff before we would have to get onto a boat, probably an airship, considering we're on the other side of the continent, to fly back to Nicodranus then.
It is true. So we just have to be conscious
saying
of
the
time.
The timetable is tight kind of no matter what we want to do here.
Well,
All that to say, we should probably try and get like a cart or a horse or something from somewhere.
I
to-
agree.
I also
Caroline-
agree.
Like little easier.
What you were quoted was an on foot
Sure.
at a relaxed pace. So
Okay.
if you guys wanted to push it or wanted to get horses or a cart or some other kind of transportation, you could possibly cut the time down, or you could maybe go off the road, try to take a shortcut. You could try to
For
track
wolves.
down a map if you wanted.
I think we should definitely get horses and a cart, just so make traveling a little easier.
This
Would I
conversation
know-
is happening on your walk back to Drina, I've decided.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I know people in Drina that sell horses? Someone that would have a few of them available.
There are stables, yes.
Hmm.
You don't
Right,
know
so we need
anyone
some
who works
horses.
there, but you know of them.
Well, that's all right.
Can we get council agreed upon horses?
We're also gonna need feed. And
It's
such.
true.
There's like grass on the side of the road. Isn't that what horses eat?
No, it's a bit more complicated. I mean, they can't eat
I need
grass,
to
but-
take druid craft next time I can do spells.
I also
don't know why I
forgot you
don't
had
have
a
it.
pet this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Scylla, as you guys are walking, jumping out of the pocket egg is your little animal where he's been hiding. The hour is up that he is able to be kept in that egg. He's only able to be kept in there for an hour at a time to recharge.
Oh.
Uh,
Fuck.
I guess his recharge, like his nap is over. I'll call it that. His nap is over, and he pops out, or she, or he, whatever you want to gender this cat, dog thing.
I'm
dog.
like imagining like a dog that has like slightly or pointier ears, and one of those scare the more it looks like a dog's tail, but it can move the way that a cat's tail can.
You just described a German Shepherd with a weird tail.
He's got
but
so
like
they've
but
got-
like whitish.
They've got cat's eyes, an extended snout, dog snout, cat's teeth, and it's got long pointed ears that it can let flop down.
Oh.
And it's super long haired. It's got a long haired tail that like curls around like a cat's, but also wags like a dog when it's happy.
Oh, hello, buddy.
And it kind of like nuzzles up to you.
Mm.
It also starts
Everyone,
sniffing around Belbin's crotch, since that's about at its face level.
Hi. What do I do with it?
you pet it.
How?
Just go like this.
Don't like.
Have you never pet a cat or dog before?
I've pet a cat and I pet a dog. I haven't pet a cat dog thing.
She is very nice.
Apparently. Hi. Do I
Guys, this
ride
is
it?
this is I
It's not quite that big. It's
I
about the
do
size
feel
of
like-
a large cat or a small dog.
Oh, it's
imagine
very
like
small.
Or
Jack Russell.
large cat or a medium-sized dog.
This is Ellie, everyone.
Hi, Ellie.
Ellie starts to purr lightly and nuzzle up into you, Belle. Silly, you also
Hi.
have control over Ellie as well. So feel free to DM Ellie's actions,
Okay.
because she's basically your Frumpkin.
Okay. If anything happens to this dog cat that's named after my dead dog, I'm gonna flip out.
It's a familiar, so anything happens to it, the egg just grows
Yeah,
back to.
it's fine.
You just have to, re-care for it back to life. But
Okay, Bubba, leave his crotch alone, please.
she jumps up and kind of curls around your shoulders.
Okay, that is fine. It's a little hot, but well, it's fine.
She's a shoulder cat. Shoulder cat.
Yeah.
Dog.
Imagine like a little bit, like a little backpack.
Exactly. She's literally just draped, like legs here, head here, paws. Just
like maybe her like I Scylla wears a hood all the time, so maybe she's like butt is in the
flopped
hood.
in the hood. I love it. Yeah, you got to get one of those little like globe backpacks.
Yes. A magical
Um,
globe backpack.
So before you guys make your way to the stables, I guess, let's take
It's
a
like-
little 5-minute bio break.
Sure. It's like
Yeah.
late at night, right? Like it.
Oh,
said there was like an hour
it
till
is-
sundown.
It is now evening, so if you guys would like to leave in the morning, I guess you guys can do that. So anything you guys would like to get done real quick before bed?
Scylla wants to talk to Yvain, but we can do that when we get back.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, cool. 5-minute bio break. Pausing the recording.
Good catch.
This meeting is being recorded.
Meow.
Oh, sorry, Scylla. That was not. I did not have proper warning. Rightio. So you have returned to Belbin's house. Belbin's mother left you guys some dinner simmering on the stove at a very low flame. There is a motorcycle outside.
The fuck was that? The world's ending.
That was the weirdest sounding horse I've ever heard.
We got one of them.
That'll cut down the transportation time real quick.
Just live in the bag of holding. and,
Iron horse.
Scylla can be in the sidecar.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the night is yours. You'll feel free to head to bed, have some conversations over a reheated dinner, whatever you'd like to do.
You know what? I've definitely been forgetting to. I'm gonna kill someone with Scylla's corrosion because I've definitely forgot to
assume
release
if
it.
you don't mention it, I just assume that
Okay,
it's been
okay.
done off camera. Like I'm not being super like on you about that, and like there's good reason for that. There will be times where I come in and ask you, "Have you done this today?" But unless it's like once it's like more into the evening, I assume that once the sun goes down, your thing is either done with or gets done with quickly.
Okay, yeah, she definitely is really like sus about it, but is like not the stealthiest person ever. So like just like weirdly side eyes people and just like I'm gonna go outside for a second. I just need a walk, you know. They you know need the fresh air before I go to sleep. I don't.
No, I get it.
Well,
What was that? Melvin?
What?
Just-
What?
Just a mouthful of beef
always
stew.
eating. He's
You mean-
literally always eating.
Yvain turns to Melvin. She's like, I think she's holding out on us. I think she has some like good shit she's not sharing with us.
The druid shit.
Seriously?
The good shit. Yeah, what? Go for a walk, really. Everyone knows that code.
That's what I do.
What is it? Is it like some kind of meat pie or like some
It makes you hungry.
fried things? I don't need that. I'm already hungry.
Don't worry about it, Bill.
Now I am.
What are you doing, Mac?
Mac
That's what
is
Scylla's doing outside.
demonstrating.
What? Right. So yeah, Scylla, you go into the sort of there's a nearby field where here I think you guys should be on the page. So this is where Belbin's house is. So there's a nearby field here that you could probably go into and just hopefully not damage any crops.
Yeah, she tries her best to like be like non like disruptive or something. Never knowing like how powerful it's gonna be in the moment.
All right. Yeah, you pump it out into the you choose to dig your fingers into the grass into just a patch of grass and just release the tension building up inside you, and the decay like seeps out of your arms, out of your fingertips, and the ground and grass around you dies, and mushrooms begin to burst up in that spot, and there is now a smell of sweet decay. That sort
Are
of
her
sweet smell.
Are her fingertips still black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have not changed. And in fact, they're slightly dripping black ichorish material as you pull them out of the ground.
She like takes a moment to like stare at her hands, like almost like terrified of herself.
As it kind of
And then-
drips from your fingertips.
Yeah, she's like, oh. No. She kind of just looks up at the sky and is like,
It hasn't gotten any worse. Since it happened, since your fingertips became black, it has not creeped up anymore.
okay.
You've been keeping a close eye on it.
Yes, very close. Almost obsessive, really.
I
She's
figured.
probably always like picking at her fingernails now and like rubbing her fingers and like playing with her hands now, just out of like nervousness.
Mm.
Yeah, she just kind of sits outside for a second, just like kind of looking up at the stars, like in like a nervousness, and then like takes a really deep breath and goes back inside.
Okay. Are Yvain and Belbin still at the table? Or have either of you gone to bed yet?
Yvain's gonna head to bed.
Wasn't
I
there a
will
conversation?
continue to be alive until I am done eating, essentially. So you tell me if we ran out of food yet, Mac.
The food runs out after about 30 minutes of you just noshing completely. Wasn't there a conversation that wanted to be had?
Yeah. I imagine maybe Scylla catches Yvain doing this. When she's in the guest room, she'll like close the door, and she's gonna pull the green sending stone out of her pack and compare it to the blue one, because she's like almost doubting, and she's just looking at it. And she takes the green one. Is anyone there? She talks to it, the green one.
Okay.
Waits.
You wait and wait. And after about 3 to 5 minutes, you kind of release a breath and decide you're not getting a response.
Put them both away. And just kind of wonder about what that all means. And whether or not she should say something.
We're staying in the same room, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you come in at any point?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, would like hesitate, like walking. Like she went and had her emo moment. I was like, okay, deep breath. We need to go be normal, at least relatively,
So
until
yeah,
I scare everyone again.
You head back into the house, and Belbin is just sitting at the table, eating and eating and eating. The food is diminishing quickly. So if you wanted dinner, I'd suggest maybe grabbing some and heading to your room before he.
Ray said you might have more snacks. Is that? Are you holding out on us some
snacks?
Oh my god.
She told me not to worry about it. Never mind.
What's it? Wait, back up. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Yvain said that she thought you were holding out on us. You had good stuff and she wasn't sure exactly what it was. And I asked if it was like pies or crackers or cookies or something like that. And she didn't really have an answer for me. So I just said, all right. And I continued to. It's not important. You all right?
I mean, I guess relatively. How are you? We're about to leave your hometown. How are you feeling?
What's the opposite of homesick?
Restless?
That one. But also, I'm very tired. Food makes you heavy.
It does that. It's something about,
And this is
carb loading and then
second dinner. Second dinner? There's a snack on the way here.
I really don't know if the food from that man's house really counts as eating. Like, I'm not sure.
It tastes
Because then it disappears, Yeah, but is it just like empty calories,
Like salad.
It's rabbit food.
Exactly. Yeah, just heavy, tired, ready to get out of here. I love it. But now that my parents are back up, ready to go back out. Small town life has never really been my thing. So ready to see I've been to Western a lot. So ready to get back.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I passed through there while I was coming in.
There's more to do than here though. So
That's true. Well, we'll make sure you get some experiences. Well, do you have a bucket list? You should make a bucket list, and then we can, check it off on our travels.
I need a bucket first.
It's not it's like a list of things you want to do. You could write it in a bucket, I'm sure, but it would be hard to carry around,
Sure.
It's like a list of things you want to do before you kick the bucket, which is not actually kicking a bucket.
Right. No, I've heard that phrase before.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Interesting. People around here don't have bucket lists. They just sort of do their job and die. So
maybe you should make one, because that doesn't sound great.
Why do you think I left?
Valid point. Anyway, you should enjoy your last night sleeping in your bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you want any of this?
Maybe just a little. You seem to be enjoying it a lot.
Take what you want. It's all right. I'm sure Ma will send us on the road with something. Anything.
Syl will take a little bowl to the guest room.
Sure. Sounds good. Did Yvain eat? earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Right,
Scylla.
night, Scylla.
Good night, Belvin.
I will finish when I go to bed.
Scylla like slinks into the room like really quiet. You know, like when you share a room with a sibling and you're like, I think they're asleep, and you like go in really quietly.
Yvain is slipping something into her pocket with a slightly dejected look on her face.
So sad.
Are you all right?
I've been worse.
I feel that. What did you have deja vu about earlier? I heard you talking with the weird man.
You know how I told you about the mountain scenario?
Mm-hmm.
Well, usually when I like had other people's things, it was like totally innocuous. Like, oh, I accidentally broke into somebody's barn and I'm holding a shovel. No, this was very specific. I woke up in a coat that fit me, so like made for someone my size. And then in my pocket, she'll pull out the sending stone. It's a green version of the one that Adrian gave us earlier. Was this with a note that said, I owe someone 5 gold.
That's odd.
I don't have any idea what any of this means, but maybe I've met someone from this fucking weird organization before. What if they fucked with my mind?
I mean, we can hope they didn't, but I do you think it was this organization specifically, or
I mean, she
is it
pulls
the
out
same?
both the stones and shows them.
Oh, that is not good. Hmm.
It
You
would
know, I have
explain the time. A week? That's insane.
that is. Hmm.
And I didn't want
Hmm.
to say anything earlier because I do not trust anyone in that
I
building.
don't think we should, honestly. Did you know that they put me in a different area than you guys the first night we stayed there? Like I was in the basement.
Why?
I don't know.
What was down there?
It's just a room. It was a room on like it felt like it was on a ship, and it was like had like waves outside. They
My
clearly know more about things than.
my room was specific to me too.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But again, obviously all of us want answers, but at, at what cost are they hiding things from us? And also, how did they get this information?
That's what if the two of you haven't lost any time at all?
Not, I mean, not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. I definitely haven't woken up on top of a mountain before.
I just I don't know. We need to be careful. And I've tried using
Yeah.
this, the green one. No one ever answers. No one. Don't even.
Hmm. You owe someone 5 gold. That's well weird, but also like I would, my brain would immediately think, oh, you owe them for the sending stone, but the sending stone wouldn't be 5 gold, would it?
No. M. I got an initial M.
M. Huh. And where did you wake up when you found this?
The top of the
So near.
cliff keeps.
I'm not from here. Where in relative distance is that?
About 50 miles north of the river mall, the Taurian forest.
Hmm. And did you have any connection to the place that you woke up in?
I mean, I can always see the mountain range from home.
Okay, so you didn't like wake up in some place completely unknown.
No. But, I mean, at the very top of the slope.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
a
be
lot of exercise to do.
sore. I wasn't sore. I felt good, actually.
And you also seem very surprised by these powers you have when you get angry. Did that have anything relative time-wise to do with that?
Yeah, it happened right after. Like, I came home and, like, after the last couple of days from that incident, like, we were training and then boom, fire. And everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I have no idea. And they're like, you were never born magically. Like, what the fuck? So healers tested me and some of the druids tested me, and they're like, you can't cast spells. We don't know what's up with you. Because I can't do it when I'm thinking about it. It's a feeling.
Yeah, I understand that. That's weird timing-wise, though. Hmm. And that's what's so infuriating about this whole thing, is that if this person, this anonymous person, knows these things about, why doesn't he just fucking tell us? Especially because some of the things are worrying.
In my experience, if somebody's keeping things from you, it's because they want to use you.
Hmm. But what for? Like, we haven't even, like, we saved a town from some trolls. We're solving a murder. Like, I mean, I think that weird, whatever information they're trying to get from that doctor, I don't have good feelings about that. I just, I think we need to keep an eye out.
Apparently, they're keeping an eye on us.
That is worrying. How are they doing that? I don't like it.
Would Yvain know about scrying?
Yeah, in a rough sense, the mages in your tribe would be able to would be able to attempt to scry on members of the tribe lost in raiding parties and battle so far from home. So yeah, you'd know the general idea of it.
My grandmother, she does that weird fucking thing where if like someone's wandered off for a while, she like closes her eyes and she like focuses and she can see shit with her mind. Do you think people are doing that to us?
Oh, I don't like that at all. Can't you get something to? I wonder if we got. Can't you get something to stop that from happening? I wonder if we would suddenly be disconnected from our friends, and I wonder if they're listening to this conversation right now. I don't like that.
Well, there's like agents. Maybe we're being followed. I'm starting to sound really paranoid. I don't like this.
Yeah, we do. To get off the paranoid topic, why did you tell Belbin I had snacks?
No,
You shouldn't
was
tell him I have snacks and I don't have snacks. He would look like he wanted to eat part of my arm.
I was making a little joke that I thought he would catch on about, and he didn't. I didn't want to destroy the illusion of his innocence. I told him that you were probably smoking, some of that druid grass. I don't know what you go out to do. It's your business, but
I wish it was that enjoyable. No, unfortunately not. Maybe eventually. I don't know how. The same thing with the drinking. I don't. Unfortunately, wouldn't trust myself being inhibited in any sort of way.
shit, I probably need to learn a thing or two from you. Yeah.
I mean, your thing is cool. My thing is like scary wings and death and stuff. At least yours, you could be like, oh my god, look at my party trick, guys, and then you like randomly explode or something. Like,
Just don't like being lied to.
Me neither.
I don't know. People are like, "Oh, it's just not telling you," but that's lying by omission. All right, we can just focus on what we need to do, which is get horses and a cart.
The moon has officially risen outside.
We do this too much. We have too long conversations and then we get no sleep.
All right, tie to the bedpost. Go to sleep.
We should get you some more comfy padded things to do that with, instead of like a rope.
Fuzzy
I feel like it's like
handcuffs.
fuzzy handcuffs.
I imagine
Just
she's like
do you get like
wrapping.
rope burn?
No, what I do is I wrap a cloth around it, so it's not so bad.
Okay,
That is
you say not so bad. It could
sadly
be better.
familiar. That's so. Oh my heart. That's just like I've been doing this for so long. It is just like I have all these routines. It's like fucking you're fucking Moon Knight at this point. Mark Spector over here.
Damn it.
I mean, we shouldn't. You know what? That's.
No, Moon
gonna
Knight
say
stole
we
that
sh-
from you.
Yeah.
No, it's just one of those weird cosmic coincidences.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that you shouldn't settle for just good enough, but that would feel kind of hypocritical coming from me. So you know what? You do you, girl.
All right. Belbin, anything you're doing before going to sleep besides stuff in your face?
Let's see. After about 10 minutes of their conversation, they would hear faint snoring coming from the other room.
How loud do you snore?
So loud, like a goddamn train.
Okay.
After the
spend
conversation,
last
Still is
night-
like, we need a muzzle for him.
You spend the last night in your
Some
home
bread strips.
for the next foreseeable future, passed out on the kitchen table.
Sure do.
Hell yeah. All right.
Spend more nights here than I do in my bed.
The morning comes. You are all well rested after a long rest. Belbin's mother, Marianne, greets you at the breakfast table with fresh breakfast, and you tell her that you are heading off for the day. She bakes you guys some pastries that should last for a while. She wraps you up some cut meats and such. She wraps up a couple of raw fish for you guys to take along with you. Just smaller ones, nothing too big, but some really good ones, some thick ones. Your father,
Fish.
your father gives you a big hug before you leave and says, "Go keep making me proud, son. You're doing good. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you."
Appreciate it, Da.
All right. Claps you on the cheek, and you all head to the stables, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Block away from my house, I look in the back and I go, "Now this is how you pack for a road trip. My mom gets it. That asshole over at the castle just doesn't understand. This is what you need."
I mean, do you really think that little weirdo is going to understand anything? He scares me. I don't like him.
He scares you.
I mean,
More
in
like
the
weird.
relatives, not like in
Yeah.
like he's going to hurt me kind of way, more in like a why are you like this kind of way.
Concerns me. Yeah.
Fair enough.
right.
All right. How many horses do we want?
Do you need a full
Really?
horse for yourself, Bilbin?
No. In fact, it's probably better for me to ride with someone. As
I mean, do we want to get the cart and do like 2 horses and then a cart? So that maybe like we could like sit on it or like sleep or something.
Yeah, we could take turns driving. Road trip.
Yeah, we could get like a covered one if we want, and then we could like sleep inside of it so we don't have to like camp outside.
That's a good idea.
right. Mr. Horseman.
It's Mr. Horseman, actually.
Guy turns to you. Yeah, what do you want? My name's
I'd
Bojack.
I'd like 2 horses and a cart covered, please, if you got it.
All right. 2 horses and a cart.
Yeah,
Covered.
going on kind of a cross country trip, so horses that can like go for a while.
Right. All right. He kind of goes to the back and pulls out 2 mares that seem pretty strong. These will get you all the way.
Great, how much?
For the 2 horses, that'd be you renting or purchasing.
We're going very far away, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure if they're going to come
Purchasing.
back.
Purchasing will
Purchasing.
be 50 gold each.
Okay.
And for
With
the cart
cart?
on top of that?
The cart is gonna be an additional 60.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Here you go.
All right.
Rolling in the dough.
You got any spares? I'll chip in for a spare wheel just in case.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I got one laying in the back. Sure. 5 gold.
All right.
This guy's fucking scamming the shit out of you guys.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
We are
Uh,
throwing money at people.
Yeah, really. No discounts.
We're helping the economy, man.
No special discounts for the heroes
trickle
of the
down
town
economics.
here. All right. Yeah, you guys get 2 sturdy horses. They're gray with blonde manes. You get a nice, smaller covered wagon. It's got a little hatch in the back that flaps down completely, so you can kick your feet out the back if you like, or you could have storage in there. You get an extra wheel as well, tied on to it at some place. I don't know, maybe it's in the back like a Jeep or something.
It's underneath.
I was literally
fucking
just.
hope
Oh god,
not.
it's on the underneath.
It's
Yeah.
underneath.
Okay.
Do we get the Jeep wave when we? Just-
All right. But yeah, you guys have got your horses, your cart. You've got Scylla, you've got Ellie wrapped around your shoulders. Who's in the
Mhm.
cart and who's driving to start this off?
Oh shit. I'll start.
Probably Scylla.
Oh, okay. If you want to,
if you
go for
want
it.
to. I just have a +6 to animal handling, so I
No,
don't. I
you.
don't know.
No, you.
It's not me, so
Belbin's in the
Before-
back already. Like Belbin's in the back like a toddler, realizing that there's a seat that faces the back.
He's like,
dude, fucking station
just sit in
wagon.
the trunk.
God, I missed it.
Should we like check someplace for like healing potions or like herbs or something before we leave? Or I feel like when we get closer to a big city, they'll be more expensive.
You
Oh, we
guys
should go
each
to
have
Auntie some
2.
business.
You guys
I was
each
gonna
have
say,
2.
I have 2 healing potions.
You guys have you guys each have 2 additional minor healing potions in your inventories. You guys should have added that a while ago.
Hmm.
No, additional to the
Um,
2 that you have, Belle. You should have 2 more.
I have
from?
1 potion of greater
It was
healing.
from something. I'm having trouble remembering, but I
Okay.
remember you guys getting 2 extra.
Listen, you want to give us healing potion? I'm not gonna say no to the healing potion.
I have manacles. Why do I have manacles in my
Don't
equipment?
ask me.
I
You're
have
the
a
one who
wooden
picked 'em
stake
up.
too.
You picked them up somewhere.
Wait, so should I have more? I have healing potion components,
You should have 2.
and then I have a
you should
potion of greater healing.
You should have 2 minor healing potions at least. If not,
Okay.
and if there's 1 already in there, add 2.
Yeah, I just added 2
Uh,
because Mac told me to. So
Yeah, Yvain,
That
have you added
and
2?
that's
Yeah.
is that the 2d4 plus 2, or
Yeah.
is that
Indeed.
yes? Okay.
2d4
Add
plus
2.
Yes, add 2 of those to your inventory.
Okay. I have 3 now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm having trouble
we need to
remembering
get-
how you guys got those, but I remember you got them.
listen, if you say we got him, we got him. So
I'm not.
you are the god of this world. So
Indeed, I am. I bestow upon you
I also, just
Healing
realized,
potions. 2d4 plus 2.
I also just realized I had an arcane focus from character creation, so I got rid of that.
Adios,
I don't know.
fucker. All
I don't know
right.
how my shit works.
Yeah.
Do we
Scylla,
want
make-
to stop anywhere or okay?
Yeah,
Wait,
oh,
what?
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're setting up to take off.
Well, we've got some healing potions. We've
Do we
got.
need anything else? I'm still looking for a gilded flower. I really need one of those.
Have you talked
I
to
don't know where
Auntie
to
or
find
no?
it. I feel like I did ask
I
her.
think Scylla did ask her.
Well, then I don't. There's no. You're not going to find it in the city if she doesn't have it. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
Are you looking for an actual like gold encrusted flower, or is that a specific type of flower?
I need a. I will read you the
'Cause
thing.
I remember- I feel like
it's
I
a spell
remember-
component.
I remember something about gilded lilies at some point, and I don't remember if that's an actual flower or some
I need
fantasy bullshit.
A gilded flower worth at least 300 gold.
So that's a gold encrusted flower.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Guys, I just want to cast Summon Fae. I just want to cast Summon Fae.
All right. Find that gilded flower. You know that Western is a trading hub. It's the center of the center of the continent. So
Probably look there.
I think we just head out then. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, if we're talking about time as of the essence, I don't know.
Oh, do either of you have a tinderbox? Mine's gone.
Probably.
My character sheet says yes, but I don't know if I actually have one or not.
My character
Yes.
sheet also says yes.
then
Okay.
yes. If your character
It's in
sheet
my
says
adventuring
then you
gear.
have it.
Well, it was part of the shit that we got that you get as like a stock adventurer.
Well,
So
yeah,
like,
then that's shit that I assume that you have stocked up over time. Like before we found your story.
Mac, I don't adventure. You're forgetting this part.
Yeah,
don't
well,
have
you
holy
went on
water.
tours. You went on little tours of your own.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you didn't go adventuring, but you went on tour, which is an adventure of its own.
Oh, should we get like tents? Oh no, because we got the cart. Never mind.
I mean, can
And
we
you
all
also- You also do have
fit in the
bedrolls
cart
and
at
stuff.
once?
It's about the size for Yvain and maybe one other person, like probably Belbin. So, like, if you,
I mean,
if,
technically, we would need to have someone on watch the entire time. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Trying to
like
think of
the
anything
bench up
else.
front is big enough for Yvain to sit there, or for you and for Scylla and Belbin to sit up there. And the back is about big enough for Yvain and Belbin.
okay.
So
Do we want to get a tent just in case, or do you think we'll be fine?
y'all can
Yeah.
snuggle. I mean, you could fit if you snuggle.
Snuggle.
It's a weird question. What time of year is it?
It is currently summer.
Okay. I was like, maybe we should get some cold weather clothes, but I have a coat. Do you have
I-
like gloves, coat, stuff if it gets cold outside?
I have a
Summer.
cloak.
Yeah, it can get chilly in the mountains if we pass by that way. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mom,
could end up
friend.
anywhere.
Mom, friend.
All right, I'll be right back. I will run my tiny ass all the way home, get a sweatshirt, and then come back.
A single sweater. I love it.
Sweatshirt.
Did you bring a jacket? All right.
In case you get cold, don't forget to layer up. All right. Well, Scylla, make an animal handling check to get this show on the road.
Okay.
Big animal handling. Big animal handling.
Big animal handling. Can I guide myself?
Sure.
Okay. Come on. Big money, no whammies. Fuck.
Oh shit.
What is it? What is it?
It's a 13.
That's enough.
That's not bad.
I
You
rolled
thought it
a
was gonna be a
5,
4.
so
You say you like do a full yeehaw and crack the reins, and they go just like start a nice slow clopping away, very anticlimactic to your start.
I imagine Ellie was jumped and was ready to run with the horses and sprinted off for a second and then was like, oh
yeah,
uh.
Ellie is gone. Ellie is gone. Just and then you about 2 minutes later, you see her trotting back with a very disgruntled look on her face. Wow, kind of barking
Hurry
at the horses before hopping back up onto the cart and snuggling back into your hood.
I'm sorry. Not all of us are running creatures.
All right. So for the next week, you guys are on the road. I would like 2 of you to roll. You can decide who to roll a d4 for me, and then you guys can tell me what you guys are doing as you guys are traveling along the road.
I just
got
rolled.
it.
This is on YouTube.
Okay, so Scylla just rolled a d4.
3.
Okay, it is Belvin and Scylla. Belvin got a
Listen.
3.
Oh,
you
you
get,
making
Scylla?
me roll? 4.
4, 3, and a 4. Okay. So, all right. During this first week, you guys are making your way up through the Turst fields and just a little bit past that. The Turst fields are, if I can pull that up, it's a small farming community. It's a hot spot for trade caravans, and it is the one of the main sources for food and produce in all of Tal'Dorei. Besides for the towns and other stuff where you're going. Anything you guys would like to do while you are in that town or on the week or about it takes to get there and slightly beyond it, feel free to let me know.
Scylla, are you doing most of the driving, or are you guys switching off pretty regularly? I guess I can drive too if we need to, but
I'd
I
offer
just-
to drive too.
I mean, Scylla doesn't mind a break, but she can do it if she needs to.
okay.
Then sometimes Yvonne would just be walking next to the cart just to like stretch the legs and
Okay.
Kinda be
What
on the
pace are
lookout.
you guys moving at? Are you guys moving at a quickened pace or are you guys taking it easy? Taking it easy will take you 2 weeks to get to your destination. Picking up the pace a little bit might get you there quicker, especially with a horse.
what says y'all? I'm okay either way.
I say we can. What would happen if we like did like little spurts, like we went fast, and then I don't want the horses to like die of exhaustion or something.
The
That's what I'm
horses
thinking,
can
too.
go at a clip pace for 2 days at a time before they need a complete rest. If you go in little spurts, they can probably go for 3 before needing like a full long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can travel at night as well at a slow pace if you'd like to make up more time as well. So are you traveling to try to get there as quickly as possible, or are you trying to just take it easy? That's my question.
Is there a middle option?
Yes, sure. All right.
Okay.
A middling pace to not
Yeah, that one.
wear down the horses. So you might make it there in like a week and a half to 2 weeks, maybe. So during this first week to the Turst Fields and beyond, is there anything that you guys would like to do? The sun is shining, however, clouds have begun to overtake it, and it is now an overcast, kind of muggy heat kind of day. It's a little wet and sticky. It hasn't rained yet, but you can kind of feel it. Maybe like a thunderstorm is brewing a little bit, but the summer heat is still there, despite the fog, or despite the overcast skies.
So did we end up traveling during the nighttime too?
That is up to you guys. That would not be. I didn't assume so because you guys aren't moving at like the fastest rate. So you guys are probably stopping during the evening to rest your horses, but moving pretty quickly during the day.
Okay. No
Mhm.
angsty stuff needs to happen still in the middle of the night then.
Okay. Cool.
Pull over! Pull the fuck over!
What's wrong? I need to throw up.
And you guys can stop for like, food and, bathroom breaks and shit.
No.
Piss off the side.
You'll pee when we get there.
So yeah, anything in particular you guys would like to get done?
I would like to name the horses in the first week of travel.
Oh god.
Current projections I have, everyone can contribute and or vote. We've got Rosalie, Evelyn, Marta, Janice, Andrea, and Vivian. Anybody else have any good ideas?
These are,
Mm.
are these like? Did you just like make up these names, or like did they? Do you know these people?
These are all of Belbin's ex-girlfriends.
That's what I was thinking.
Every
That's where
one
my
of
brain
them.
went. Yes.
I don't know. They seem like
Don't even get him started on the list of ex-boyfriends.
Glad we got Maris. We'll just leave it at that. No, they just seem like, to me, horses are always like older lady names. So like,
Hmm.
Canon now, by the way. You and Marius had a fling a long time ago.
listen,
About like Margaret. Marguerite.
Margaret.
Marguerite.
Right?
Hmm.
So anything?
I want to give one like a hippie name. I want one to be named like Tree. Branch.
Branch?
I'll make sure I write it down. Branch and Marguerite.
Love it. Love it.
The dynamic duo.
All right, Branch and Marguerite. They have been created.
They will die shortly.
Of course.
We gave them names. They will die.
Yeah, duh. Anything else in particular? Any conversations needing to be had? Anything? I'm guessing no. So
I would have told Belbin about the crazy fucking stone.
okay, that's good. That's good. That's okay.
I feel like also if they're sleeping together outside, I'm just gonna roll a stealth check for myself to see how stealthy Scylla is about sneaking off and destroying something.
Give me
Are you
stealth
four
is
of
like-
them.
Are you like unconsciously wringing
me
your
4
hands?
of them.
4 of them? Okay, the first one was a
Yes.
19. Second was a 10. Oh, the third was a 4.
Yeah,
And
the third night that you guys are resting, Scylla goes off every single night and comes back
She's gotta have
looking
sex.
like she just
I gotta
had
poop.
to steal herself. And
Maybe not so good
it's
sex.
getting consistent. You're starting to notice the pattern now that like you're not, in a city or like, sharing, bedrooms, that you're all in the same kind of general area. You're noticing the consistency that she has to kind of excuse herself from you guys for a minute.
I would like to attempt to follow her.
Okay, Yvain, make a stealth check.
not.
Oh wait, it's the same thing.
I would not.
I will sit and pet Branch.
A 16.
Okay, Scylla, that meets your passive perception.
Yep.
If you'd like to make a perception check, you can, or if you think you're too focused.
I
on what
don't
you-
think she would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she would be looking.
I was thinking the same thing, but I wanted to give you the opportunity. So, Yvain, you are able to creep through the brush as Scylla makes her way into a small wooded area. Scylla, what does Yvain see?
I feel like she sees her like she does not go to a base of a tree ever again because that backfired very badly on her that one time. But like walks up to like an open field and like you just see her kind of like talking to the grass and like whispering a few apologies. And then suddenly like the grass just dies in like a wave of like around her. And she just kind of sits there like staring up at the ground for a second.
And you see when that wave happens, you see her kind of like collapse in on herself a little bit, like her arms sort of buckle a little, like she just released a great tension and weight from her.
Because she sees her kind of like wince like that, she's like, fuck trying to be sneaky anymore. Shit, Scylla. Hey. That looked like it hurt. Are you okay?
You're not afraid of what you just saw?
I mean, you probably would have killed me by now if you wanted to, so. And you're like sneaking around and trying to do it all quiet, so. You're probably, I don't know, trying to control it.
I'm trying to, at least. If I don't, I feel like it'll do something bad. Or come out at some time I don't want it to. I don't know what'll happen if it touches someone. I'm sure it's not great. Another question to add to the pile, right?
Yeah.
Yvain, you see under your feet, you feel under your foot a slight pressure, and you lift your foot as a mushroom blossoms from the ground. And you look around you, and you see that more are kind of popping up in the surrounding area, and there's a smell of sweet decay in the air.
Do I recognize any of the species of mushroom?
One or two, they are ones that would grow on things that have been long dead and
Death
have,
caps.
yeah, death caps. They're things that are long, things that would grow around around stuff that has been long dead.
Oh god, I hope I never birth any of those scary mushroom creatures that come out of. Oh god.
If you ever find mushroom men like in fucking Tiny Tina's, you're gonna be like their fucking like their leader.
Their mom.
Their leader.
Yvain, because she's doesn't know how to handle these situations and she's very awkward. She's like, I recognize this though. Like these are actually really cool. They help things, you know, like return to Melora, and like actually that they're really awesome.
So it's just kind of like watching her like ramble in like a kind of like an awe because she's always so scared of people reacting to herself so badly.
I mean, think about it. You could help things that are dead return to the earth and their spirit ascend much quicker. It's actually pretty cool. And I mean, like mushrooms, you know, it could be much scarier. It could be like, I don't know, vampiric bats or some shit.
I
Does Scylla actually laugh in that moment?
I think she get like just like a little chuckle.
Yeah.
You just she I feel like you are amazing, even.
Oh, I'm all right, I guess. So are you.
I only really know one other person who's let's go three other people who've ever said that. Um, the the whole mushroom thing has always it kind of been a thing through my whole life, you know. A certain you don't really pick what kind of druid you are. It just it just is who you are. And I I never was very scared of my own powers, until one day I found out that they're very connected to my emotions. And I hurt someone I love, and I haven't seen them ever again. So I just get so worried that anytime anyone sees my powers, or especially now with them building this way, um, and I know it's a lot of insecurity stuff, but whenever I use my powers, I always get that feeling that everyone is going to recoil, And you haven't once. You haven't once. And I really appreciate that.
Quick clarifying question. Has Scylla like definitively explained what she's been doing out here?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
So you just does it like build up or something?
That's what it feels like. It's like something is like growing inside of me, and if I don't willingly release it, it will do it on its own. And I'm not quite sure that it has good intentions, if that makes sense.
So I think that you're a good person doing your best with something terrifying. And it might not be the same, but I understand. You don't have to worry about me being scared of you. And honestly, Belbin, I don't think you have to worry about him being afraid of you either.
He is so afraid of me.
No, but he'll come around.
Yeah, I think he will too. It's just I know sometimes I've been trying to give people's feelings and reactions to stuff like this the benefit of the doubt. Trying to. It's hard though, you live with something for so long that it's hard to break habits, especially self-deprecating ones.
Well, we need some sleep.
Don't we always?
Yes.
It's always us. Belbin gets so much sleep.
Honestly, I think we could a meteor could fall out of the sky and he'd probably just
Yeah. We should pull a prank on him one day.
Do you want to do it right now?
Oh, we should definitely do it right now.
Shit, alright, what can we do? Hmm.
I feel like we need more brainstorming time.
Alright, we'll think on it.
I think we can put like his hand like a cup of water and they'll pee.
Don't make the poor man piss on himself. Come on.
I don't think shaving cream exists, and so I don't think he can.
Whipped cream does.
We hide all his food, and we wake up and we're like, "Oh my god,
Oh my god.
Belbin, you ate it in your sleep."
Oh no, I could say that I did it.
You ate it in your sleep.
I could say that I just ate all his food.
It's all gone, man. I don't know. I feel like honestly he might have a heart attack. I don't. We'll think of something. We have time to brainstorm. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the camp.
Where you find Belle sitting cross-legged in front of a fire, looking very like solemn with a bag in front of him. He looks up when you guys come back and they go, I think we have to have a serious conversation here.
Oh no.
I understand that everybody wants to have their own snacks, okay? But you can't just go wandering off into the woods like this. Like here, my mom gave me specifically this bag of cookies. You're welcome to some of them if you'd like. And I understand that everybody has their thing, but this is getting out of hand. Now it's both of you. Branch and I were worried sick.
Inspiration that will carry over into next session. Motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Branch and I were worried sick. I'm
Well,
sorry
then-
to have worried Branch.
She won't stop stomping. Well, she stopped stomping now because you're back, but she was just kind of everyone's just I couldn't get her to stop it.
Okay. You guys have a peaceful night after that. Oh man.
Belbin, I promise that I'm not hiding snacks from you. I promise. Yvain, please back me up on this.
I'm definitely hiding snacks from you.
Well, see, I don't know which one of you to. I mean, I guess it could be both. If those things are accurate, and that's fine. It's fine. Everyone can have their own snacks. I'm not hurt about that.
I'm
It's all
teasing
right.
you. I'm teasing you. I'm sorry. I'm not hiding snacks.
I really don't know what to believe anymore. So I'm just gonna.
You're confusing him.
Oh,
Some people
God.
say I have a wisdom of 7, which makes my something called insight -2. So it's just really a disaster for me all around.
Oh, my face hurts.
Belvin, I was doing something scary, and I didn't want to freak you out.
Scary like the zombie thing again, or scary like the wings thing? Because I'm kind of coming around on the wings thing. The zombie thing is going to take a minute still, but
I would say more wings.
Oh, that's fine then.
Vibes. Okay.
I was just checking on her to make sure she was okay.
so we're down. This is another thing I think is probably good to bring up. We're down a party member from where we started out. So the buddy system is a little bit more complicated now because there's 3 of us. And
Well,
I guess
Ellie
we
was
could
with you.
use-
I mean, yeah.
Ellie pops up from behind you onto your shoulder.
Jeez. Right. Hi, Ellie.
Licks your face with a rough tongue.
Right. Problem solved. Never mind. That's
Okay.
all. That's
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys.
I do think the buddy system is important, though, Belvin. I agree.
Right. Of course.
Okay.
Scylla, how this is Ben talking now. How visibly are you like messing with your hands on a regular basis?
Oh, like she's consistently fiddling with her fingers.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right.
That's all.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Not for this 3rd night of travel.
Yes. So the next day comes around. You guys.
But the 4th night.
You guys are progressing down the road, and it's at this point that you reach the Turst Fields. You come across a small collection of farms and houses, as well as in the center of it all, a caravan, a trading caravan with all sorts of trading posts. So if there's anything that your characters would like to look for, let me know, and I'll let you know if it's in one of the trading posts. Scylla, I saw your hand first.
You know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the same thing I've been looking for the past 3 sessions.
All right, I would like you to make an investigation check for me. Belvin,
Okay.
how about you, buddy?
Okay. I'm looking for a wizard. Not to buy, but to talk to, obviously.
Okay.
And then I'm also looking for a pair of black, I assume, leather gloves.
Okay.
Like nicer ones.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you could probably find both of those, actually. There is a magical practitioner. I would say make an investigation check for yourself. Or I will say a persuasion check if you would rather use your charisma to try to talk your way into finding the right person. Scylla, what'd you get for investigation?
22.
Holy shit! Hell yeah, girl. So Scylla, yeah,
There
you immediately find a jeweler who has all sorts of ruby and gem and other gem encrusted things for sale. They have rings and necklaces, and they are a dark-skinned woman with long flowing black hair curling down to her chest. She is wearing a beautiful dress of orange and purple, and she smiles with a brilliant white smile and says, "Welcome. What can I get for you? What are you looking for?"
I'm
My
looking
name
for a.
is Ahandra.
Hello, Hunter. I'm Scylla. I am looking for a gilded flower.
Oh, a gilded flower, eh? I am not sure I have anything in my possession of that caliber. However, I do have several other gilded options. I have I have a gilded figurine, a small statue. I have, let me see here. I have several gilded figurines, actually, ranging in sizes from small to rather large. But
Unfortunately, I think it has to be a flower.
I am very sorry. However, I do know of a place in close by Western might have the place for you, and I might be able to provide you a name if only I could remember. If only my mind could be jogged in some way. Well, oh well. Unfortunately, if I cannot
Well,
help you.
do you have anything cool?
Define cool.
Something magical.
Oh,
Anything magical.
unfortunately, I do not have anything of that caliber. That would probably lead you to Marcellus' tent.
Hmm. I love that I have so much gold, but I just don't want to give it to this lady. uh, do I trust in Scylla's ability to be able to find this person?
soon.
That is true.
Just
I think
thinking,
they'd have
wedding gifts are a
guild.
thing.
Oh, you're right. Hmm.
Here,
I
have
would.
another level of stress to your character.
Yeah, right. I had to think of. I don't think she. Tally definitely wants some sort of book. And Porter wants a new weapon. That's what they want. That's what they want. They don't need jewelry.
They don't need matching earrings or necklaces or lockets of
No,
each other.
I don't. I don't think they'd want.
Right. Well, unless there is something you would like to purchase, I must help other customers.
Scylla like looks around. Is there anyone else in this tent?
There's like a guy walking out front. Doesn't seem to be walking in, but is just walking out front. But she's sticking to her guns.
Have fun helping your customers.
Right.
Someone just walks out.
Damn.
And you hear her like mutter as you leave. Fucking window shoppers.
I would have bought something. I do try to find wherever that name she just said was. The
in
magic
Western?
guy.
Oh, that would be Marcellus.
Yes.
Right.
but
What
we
did you
can
get
circle
for your charisma check or your
Dirty 20.
dirty 20?
Persuasion. If you
Yeah,
are-
you are immediately pointed toward a leather worker for the gloves and the tent of the marvelous Marcellus for any magical needs.
Tight.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I improv that character out of nothing, and please delete it from your brains. This is actually you say the name you got was Sinquil.
Sing.
R.I.P. Marcellus.
Yep. Sorry, Marcellus is dead. He will be revived as another NPC.
Marcellus is dead. Long live Marcellus.
Yep. Poor Marcellus is dead.
Okay.
Right. So, you get the name Sinquil Drathomir, and you also get that name as well. And as you make your way toward that tent, you ran slap dab into Belbin, who had already been to the leather worker. So, you go up to the leather worker. It's a orcish man in a leather apron. He's got a small, like, kind of portable forge set up here, and he's just he also seems to be a weapons maker of some kind, and he's hammering out at a blade as you approach, and he kind of wipes the sweat from his brow, douses the blade in a bucket, and kind of leaves it there for a moment as it kind of bursts into flames. And he kind of wipes his brow and looks over at you. Hello there. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a pair of gloves. Nicer leather, sturdy enough to sort of make it on the road, but nice enough to be able to be presentable in halfway decent to fairly decent establishments.
Polite company.
Yeah, that one.
Understood.
Not me size, bigger than me.
Oh,
Average,
for you.
average. No, not for me. At normal size, I don't know.
an average humanoid.
Yes.
That sounds passable. Uh, more slender or stocky figure?
Slenderer. Yeah.
Slender. Okay. He kind of brushes past you and looks. It opens a small cabinet that's in the back of his tent, and he kind of rifles through, and he pulls out. What color were you looking for? You said leather.
Yeah. I think black.
Okay.
Black.
Okay.
Yeah, black.
Black. I think. Okay.
If you got it.
He
Very, very dark gray will also work.
He looks through. He brings out 2 sets of black leather gloves, of dark leather gloves. I have this charcoal gray and this extremely dark blue, almost like purple.
Great. I'll take both of them.
Oh, okay. 6 silver apiece.
Sure. Here's 2 gold.
Oh, thank you.
Sure thing.
Of course. If Oscar can do anything else for you, please allow me to help you.
You make weapons?
I do. Very
Sounds good.
fine ones, if I do say so myself.
Sure looks like it. There's a giant lady with me somewhere around here. She really likes weapons. I might send her, if she wants something, I'll send her this way, just to, keep the door rotating for you.
Please do. I appreciate it very much.
Sure thing. Thanks, Oscar.
Of
See
course.
you around.
All right. You have the gloves in hand, and you make your way to the tent of Sinkwil. And as you approach, you run smack dab into Scylla.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Belvin. Did you find anything interesting?
Well, not yet. I think that's kind of why I'm here for. But I have something for you. You can pick which one you want. This one's like purple, and this one's like gray. Which I know your whole vibe is more like black, but you keep messing with
They
your
both
hands
look
and-
pretty black.
You keep messing with your hands, and if you can see it, it reminds you. If you can't, it might sort of float away for a little bit. So your pick. I can't wear the other ones, and neither can you, Vane. So I guess you can just have both of them, and we'll give the
Scylla
other ones
looks
to
like
Rasha or something whenever she comes
very taken aback, like kind of like looking at them and then looking back up at Belvin. She looks kind of speechless. Just like, thank you.
back. Sure. You find your flower yet?
No, some lady was trying to swindle me into getting some name in the city. I'm sure we could find them ourselves.
Aye. Probably. Well, this guy that sounds like a drug to make you go to sleep, probably going to be helpful for us.
Probably.
Well, as you progress to the location that you were directed, you grow closer, and you see you see a instead of a tent or anything, you see a small Vardo, a cart with a horse at the front that has a back door to it, and the cart is not, instead of a covered cart like yours, it is a full small traveling building, a full small house on wheels.
Amazing.
And you see that the side comes down like a food, almost like in modern terms like a food truck, comes down and displays all sorts of wares, random and otherwise. And you see sitting on the steps of the Vardo, seemingly holding court with a group of what look to be other young adventurers, is you see you see these young travelers sitting all around, and their eyes are fixed on an elderly man sitting on the steps of the Vardo in the back. You can the old man is dressed in long, dusty traveling robes. His face is wrinkled with smile lines from obvious decades upon decades of a happy life. The young travelers are enraptured by the words of the old man and seem to be drinking in every bit of what seems to be a sermon of some kind or something, with the way that they are drinking in his words. As you two approach the old man, he notices you over the shoulders of The adventurer sitting around on the grass in front of him and smiles with a small glint in his eye, and you hear him say, "And that was the last I saw of him. But his brother I would see again, although under much different circumstances. But I think that shall be a story for the next time we meet. The day wears on, and the road grows busy." He nods in your direction, and the travelers turn, surprised to see you, seemingly like almost like coming out of some sort of trance. Smiling, they rise, stretching and preparing themselves to continue on their way. You two, what would you two like to do?
Right. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Excuse me. No, down here. Sorry. All right.
You kind of make your way through.
Mr. Sinquil. Yeah.
Sinquil Drathomir, at your service, storyteller and seller of magical items.
Do you do magic?
Occasionally, but
Like-
more of a collector, I would say.
But like not like card tricks like this, and I do mage hand real quick. Like that kind of magic, not like
I can perform certain spells. Why do you ask?
mine's a long story. Scylla, do you want to go first?
I mean, I just wanted to kind of see if they had
He-
any cool magic items. That's
As he
that was about
turns,
it.
as he turns to Scylla, you see similar ears to the ears you've seen once before on a
God damn it.
similarly old man in a barrel of water.
No.
He looks nothing. He looks, other than that, he looks nothing like God, I'm blanking on his name
Oswin.
now. Oswin or Boswin. Yeah. He looks nothing like Boswin, but or like in relation or anything besides the fact that he's an old fucking man with huge long pointed ears that curl back. I apologize. What was that? Young
I
woman,
just wanted to
young
look at
lady.
your magic items, but are you
Oh.
from the Feywild?
A keen eye on you, I see. Yes, that is where I was born, I would say. He has, if you want to look these up, he has, of note, a ring of protection, a horn of blasting, a circlet of comprehension, a +1 shield, gloves of fire, a pearl of power, and I am doing a quick thing.
I think I missed one.
Ring of protection,
Horn of blasting.
circlet of comprehension.
What was the one in between that and Pearl of Power?
+1 shield and a glove of
+1
fire
shield.
and gloves of fire.
Fire. And a +1 shield. I know what a +1 shield does.
And yeah.
Oh, ring of
let's-
protection's nice.
There we go. Okay, and there we go. All right. He also has certain scrolls and potions. Gotcha. All right. He also has certain scrolls and potions that I am linking you now. Wow. In the roll 20 chat.
Okay.
So, that is what he has. Of course, anything that might interest you will definitely have a price and hopefully even a story attached to it.
Scroll of
What's this? Holds up the pearl.
That. That is a pearl from the necklace of one of the queens of the Sealy court. Each of those pearls contains unmeasurable power. Okay, it's quite measurable, actually. It's more like a spell slot or two. But
Well, that's exciting.
indeed,
What's it cost?
that pearl of power would cost you
So much more money than I have, I know. But
wondrous. Yeah. Damn it! I should have had this.
yeah, God, Mac, come on.
Jesus, Mac.
Da, da, da. 600 gold pieces.
That's so affordable. Fuck me.
How much is the ring and the shield?
The ring.
The ring's gonna be hella.
The ring of protection. Right, I remember taking that off a skeleton in the bottom of a pit. That would be 9,000 gold pieces.
9,000? And the shield?
The plus, the shield. Plus one shield. 300 gold pieces.
I will take the shield.
All right, he passes it along. This belonged to the great warrior Adrax Marseille. And you see this, he passes over a shield emblazoned with a large red dragon blowing fire out into a tree of some sort.
Interesting. I like it. Plus one shield.
All right. Anything else? Yvain,
Yeah, I'm
what are
gonna-
you doing?
I wasn't sure if I was like chilling with the cart until they were done or what was going on, but I'll just wander. I'll be like, oh, hi guys.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
miss. I am Singfield Rathromir. Please partake of my wares.
I want this little
Oh.
rock. I like it. It's shiny and smooth.
The pearl.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course. And
Wow.
that will be 600 gold pieces.
Sure thing.
And okay, passes it over. He every gold piece that he gives you, he just pockets. It just seems like.
Great. Amazing.
Right. Well, unless there's anything else you guys would like from him, or unless you guys would like a story from him.
Yvain picks up the
Um,
horn. What's this do?
The horn of blasting. You can use an action to speak the command word and then blow the horn, which emits a thunderous blast in a 30-foot cone that is audible from 600 feet away. Each creature in the cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 5d6 thunder damage and is deafened for 1 minute. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much and isn't half as much damage and isn't deafened. Creatures and objects made of glass and crystal have disadvantage on the saving throw and take 10d6 thunder damage instead of 5. Each of the horn's magic has a 20% chance of causing the horn to explode explode. The explosion deals 10d6 damage to the blower and destroys the horn. I pulled it off a loud ram.
How much?
The horn of blasting. Well, 400 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Right. 400.
When you said gloves of fire, did you mean gauntlets of flame? Or a
I
glove of
meant-
blasting?
Sorry, I meant a circlet of blasting. So you get
Circlet of
the circlet of blasting, but it's gloves. So when wearing these gloves, you can use an action to cast the Scorching Ray spell. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. But it cannot be used. It can only be used once a day.
Okay. I don't think Scylla needs that shit. She
You
got her
just
shield.
some
Her armor,
dope
her
new
armor
gloves,
class is up.
too. You just got
Yeah,
some
that's
dope
true.
new gloves too.
Right. So the other thing that I wanted to ask you about is actually all of the nonsense that you just spewed at my big friend here. I can do magic shit, right? I don't know how I do magic shit. It doesn't make any sense to me. Do you have any tips or tricks or, I don't know, vague insight on how one magically just acquires talents and can suddenly just do things? Recently, I blew up a cave and saved a child's life in about 10 minutes of each other.
Stop thinking of them as powers and start thinking of them as gifts. Gifts come from somewhere, and not all gifts are welcome ones.
I can't decide if that was helpful or not. I think it might have been, but also, I don't know how to like make it happen. It just kind of does. So like I need to work on the whole control thing, but I don't have any way to like practice because I don't know.
Keep trying. Look within yourself and try to find the pool.
Okay,
sorry.
thank you very much. I like my shiny new rock. You've been marginally helpful, and I am sure we will see you again sometime soon. I'm gonna go find my good friend Branch. I'm gonna turn on heal and walk away.
Okay. No story from
Uh,
Synchro
good
Drathomir
friend
today.
Branch.
All right. And as if there's anything else you guys would like to get
Yeah,
done,
you can just tell me yes or no if I find it.
So-
This is what Yvain was looking for. A healer's kit, a grappling hook, caltrops, and soap.
all are acquirable for a total of what was the first thing?
Healer's kit.
A total of 6 gold for everything.
Okay.
Oh, Yvain, there's a guy named Oscar. He makes cool stuff. I told him he makes weapons and stuff. I don't know if you guys anything.
Yeah,
special.
that's who you go to for most of that. Except for the
Oh,
soap.
you met him? Great. Good talk.
All right. Well, as you guys exit the city of wherever the fuck you guys are now, the Turst Fields. Turst Fields. As you guys exit the Turst Fields, and your horse clip-clops away with your cart, you guys have some new things. You guys are on a new adventure, and that is where we are going to end tonight because it is 1 a.m. for you guys.
Toys.
Travis would be so proud of how fast our shopping episode went.
Yeah, really. Fucking A. But you guys, these last 2 sessions have had some of the best roleplay moments I have ever been a part of in D&D as a player or as a dungeon master, and I fucking love you guys. You guys are amazing players, and I'm so grateful to be playing this game with you.
Thank you for running the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I was
much
about to
fun.
say, this is
It's so good.
I've played in a lot of D&D games. This is way at the top, Mac.
I'm
Yeah, same.
really trying my best.
You're doing a great job.
Thanks. Okay. Well, Thank you guys so much. Everyone say goodbye to YouTube for the recording is ending.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.